Alright, let's continue with the lesson. Remember, we're doing morphosyntax, and in morphosyntax we're discussing about word formation processes. We have done etymology first, and then coinage, with one exception, which is called eponym. Now we're going to the third word formation process, which is called borrowing. Borrowing is also called loan word. So if you see the word borrowing or loan word, it's exactly the same thing. Okay? And what are they? Well, these are words that we use that we take from other languages. The English language is a source of borrowing, yes? And we use that a lot. When we speak in Spanish, we use lots of English words. We borrow the words from English. A specific type of borrowing is called calque. Calque is a literal translation. For example, the moment of truth is an English expression, but it's not originally English. Actually, it comes from Spanish and is literal, like the moment of truth, like that. Okay, so that's the difference between borrowing any word, like yogurt is a Turkish word, for example, and we borrow that word. Or chip is a word that we use from English. But calc is more a literal translation of something. Okay, that has to do with the third word formation process, which is called borrowing. If you go back to your manuals now, you need to look at page 4 still, borrowing and calc. It talks about, in the title, you can see SL, which stands for Study of Language, pages 54 and 55, which is what you need to read. And then you have this exercise. Which languages do you think these English words come from? And again, you need to provide your opinion. You're not supposed to know. You can look it up after that so that you can actually know where these words come from. Okay? So these are words that are used in the English language, but that are not English. Look at number 9, for example, tamale. Where do you think tamale comes from? Yes, you're right. It comes from Spanish, from Mexico, right? And what about number 4, pizza? Where do you think that comes from? Bingo. Yes, it comes from Italy, from Italian. Yes? Very good. So these are the words that are borrowed from different languages into the English language. Now you need to do the study questions. Question number 2 from Study of Language, page 61. Take a minute to do that, and I'll come back later. All right, let's continue with 2 more word formation processes. These are blending and compounding. Okay, we have compound words in Spanish. We have abre latas, for example, or any. There are so many Spanish words that are compound. Okay, we have them in English too, and it's the same thing. Like can opener is the same word, right? We have so many examples in the English language, and they are very frequent and very common. These 2 words together are called compound words. They are not simple, they are complex, they are compound because of that. Now, the following concept of word formation process is called blending. And many people confuse the word blending or the concept of blending with compounding. So we need to see the difference. Yes, blending is also about 2 different words put together. The difference is that they are merged together, so one of the words lose something, lose one of the letters or 2 of the letters. For example, if you combine the word breakfast. With lunch, you get brunch. This is a blend word. Excuse me, someone is calling.